I will not be seated. I will not be heard. My name.
You will not
is
be
Shadow.
seated during the remainder of this program.
Please do not seat yourself.
That's where you drop
The hardest of basses, dude.
During
you will
what?
not be seated for the remainder of this program.
It's only 10 fucking o'clock.
God, will you sit the down?
I almost want to do the.
Yeah, but I'm about to do it. I'm about to do
Hey.
a favor for you first.
You gonna
Put on deodorant. Because I can smell you from over here.
Bro.
It's okay, but it's kind of like a natural
like
musk.
there's like the clapping, and then like the little ones.
Oh
that you
my
do with
God.
One hand.
Hey.
Like.
Hey. Hey, don't do that. Are you battling a Minotaur in there?
I'm pretty sure the one is.
Minotaur! We shoot these on film, so that's why it's.
You can tell in the
Can't
post production.
Kyle, are you?
If I had to clip.
Yeah, dude!
If I had to like clip this up, like I go through it, I'm like, that's where we'll cut.
That's the funny part.
And then you actually cut with scissors.
Why did you do that? That's where we'll cut. Kyle, you ready?
Boy, I'm not fucking ready to move.
Alex, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Ooh!
What's up, guys? My name is Damien.
My name's Kyle.
And I'm Alex.
We are Our Mindset, and we make short films and we review movies. And tonight we saw a movie, and we are going to review it. Tonight we went to go see Upgrade, the new Blumhouse-produced thriller action movie. There you go.
Yep.
Alex, what's it about?
Upgrade is about this guy who gets in a car accident with his wife. Wife gets killed, and then he, through another, like, I guess organization you would say, gets this thing put in his head that gives him the ability to control his body that he lost control of because he became a quadriplegic,
Yeah.
and so now he's like got a computer in his head, and it's upgraded him.
Some of the greatest revenge movies that you will ever see, like a Kill Bill or like a Taken.
John Wick.
Every time there's an action scene, or like John Wick, you like want the main character to like kill the bad guy. You're like, dude, I don't care what you're doing or if you're doing anything, what you're doing is right. I don't care because, dude, you lost your wife, and I would do the same thing. And I
Yeah.
think halfway through this movie, after the first action scene, the movie kind of just goes, okay, we're gonna just kind of speed you to the next action scene. Just be like, there's another guy he has to kill, fucking whoop, and then it's like a, don't get me wrong, pretty cool action scene, but then after it's over, they're kind of just like, okay, and action scene, and then,
So, yeah, I see what you're saying, and this movie solely relies on, like, the action scenes. I mean, obviously, there's, like, some cool aesthetics, and, like, there's some good dialogue, and I don't know, it's just, it's an action movie.
Yeah,
And it's,
yeah.
you go there to see the action.
we did.
Yeah,
I know
for sure.
for a fact we did.
Because I mean, in the trailer, you can see that it's shot pretty interestingly,
Yeah.
and it is even more interestingly than you can see in the trailer. But yeah, it does. I agree. It does. Like, I mean, the plot is kind of wishy-washy, but the action is well worth it.
I will say, because I see what you're talking about. I think anybody going to it probably will if you're actually paying attention to it. But for me, I think they did a better job with parts of it than I even expected. So that being a criticism to me almost is lessened as a blow, because I think the conversation between them at the beginning is kind of weird. Most movies do that. That doesn't make it okay. But I kind of wrote it off in my head. But then the moment where all of that happens, there was actually a moment where I saw him broken down after everything, and I felt it. Like, I actually, like,
Talking about
Yeah,
like,
dude.
I, for a second, was like,
yeah,
Yeah.
it got me.
oh my
Another
goodness.
moment,
Like, it,
too.
like, it actually hurt for a second, and I was like, I didn't expect this movie to get me to that point, period, even for a second. And so, to me, the fact that they actually did a good enough job there, and the actor,
See, but
and all of that,
that's also what I was gonna say. Is maybe I didn't say that, but I'm glad you did. I was there too. My problem is that then after that, that's it.
Thank you. Okay.
I would like to bring light to the acting that the main character did, because there's some weird body acting that had to be done in this to show the way that the stem is actually taking over his body.
Right.
And at the beginning of the movie, he's just a normal dude and none of that is a part of it, and you see him slouch a little bit more and be just a dude.
Yeah.
And then later in the movie, when that upgrade takes place, you can tell that he is doing it. It's really cool. I think he did a good job with
and,
it.
like in the first fight scene, when he doesn't know what he can do yet, he is doing this really weird choreography,
Mhm.
but
His face
also
is
has
him.
to focus
Yeah.
on his face.
facial reactions
His
are
face
him.
being surprised and scared and like really stressed out
Mhm.
while he's doing this crazy choreography. And I think that like picturing myself doing that, it would be.
It's
He's
also
so
it's
good.
also in my opinion the best scene in the movie because
Okay.
it kind of encapsulates everything in the movie is what I think trying to do. One, be cool, be directed uniquely in the action scenes, have the actor do a good job and show a little comedy in there, and that end show some gore, which if you don't know,
This is rated R.
yeah, it's a hard R. I wish there was something new added to this genre of films, and I unfortunately didn't get that. I do think it's above average as far as normal movies go, and movies on this scale, so I'm gonna give it a 6. Because I do think there are things in this movie to be enjoyed. Unfortunately, it's almost just those moments that you see in the trailer and the reason that you're going to see it are the only, to me, parts that even matter in this film. Everything else, every other plot point or character emotion is dropped in service of a cool action scene. And to some people that's okay. Even to me sometimes it's okay, especially loving Transformers. But I think maybe my anticipation for this movie or the potential there, that's what it is. The potential there is lost, unfortunately. So I'm going to go 6 biometric limbs out of 10. I thought this movie was okay.
I will be watching this movie again. The action was just good enough for me to just really, really enjoy this movie. And I'm gonna rate this movie like a 8.75. 2
Wow.
boxes out of 10.
That's high.
Really, yeah, no, but I really
Yeah,
liked
not
this
faulting
movie.
you for it.
I loved it.
Yeah, for me in this movie, what it did do is add a little bit of levity. Because I didn't really feel like they were taking that seriously, and I never really thought that they were over-exaggerating how serious you should take this movie. They hit me emotionally at parts that I didn't expect to be hit, and then they go out of that, which is what I expected them to do. That's kind of a weird thing to not be a criticism for me, but at the same time, it really isn't. Because I think the first action scene in this movie, from start to finish, from when he gets there to when he's leaving, was just really awesome for me. Like the entire time I was like, that's a cool camera angle. That's a cool fight scene. I love the acting in this scene and everything that has surrounded it to this point. So for them to do that for me in this movie while not expecting much, brought it above and beyond. And I liked the way that it ended, and I genuinely just liked the movie. I really don't have anything that made me so mad to bring the rating down to like a low point. So I'm going to give it an 8. I'm going to give it an 8 wifes out of 10.
Hell yeah, guys. So you have a mixed bag here, not in reviews because it's pretty, it goes down this way a little bit, but do you guys think that the movie was a mixed bag? Do you think that it added anything? And if you have seen it, leave a comment, like the video, make sure you hit that fucking bell so you can know whenever we post a new video. Please let us know what you think of the review, and if you have seen the movie, leave your comments if you think I'm wrong or you think Alex or Kyle is wrong. Please let us know and just tell us how wrong we all are. And so you do not forget, my name is Damien.
My name's Kyle.
And I'm Alex.
We are Our Mind Center. Please, please do not forget us and keep watching. And until next time, guys. Robot Cow. Robot Cow.
Can we start listing all of the movies that do the same
Dude, I
thing?
thought about
No,
it in
'cause
the
I don't know
movie.
if
I
we-
was like, dude,
I
this
don't
is
watch
hardcore.
sci-fi
Hey,
movies.
have you seen Hardcore Night? Can we watch an action scene from it after we're done talking?
Yeah, we can do that.